Well, hello YouTube. As you can tell, today is New Year's Eve over here in California, and if you're watching this, Happy New Year's Eve to you too. So today I told you guys I did have a deck profile, so right here it is. I have a Hazy Flame deck profile. Not everyone knows about this deck. This deck is like really old. You could sort of say it's rogue, but at the same time it's not. It's more like one of those casual decks. You can take it to a locals, probably have fun with it. Just the thing is about this deck, they're mostly not mostly, I'm sorry. They're all level 6 monsters, and they could special summon. So this is basically a going second deck, and I'm going to explain why it's a going second deck. And you're basically my build is more of a budget, and well, you could say it's pretty budget. And I try to make my boss monster Hazy Flame Basalt Trice because literally nothing can go around that and stuff like that except by battle probably. But I'll explain to you guys. Anyways, it's a 40 card main deck, and this is a 13 card extra deck. You can add whatever you want. This is just me personally. Let's go with this. And I'll explain everything what it does. So the three first monsters I'm going to reveal to you is Hazy Flame Sphinx. So I play a set of them, so three. So basically, what all of these Hazy Flame cards also do, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. So that's the cool thing. So you can't, so they cannot like, what's it called, Magic Cylinder. They can't do stupid stuff that target, you know? And then, so this one is you can declare one card from the top of your deck, either monster, spell, or trap, and if you color right, you can special summon one, what is it called? Let me see. Is it fire or hazy flame? You can special summon one fire monster from your hand or graveyard. So I like this card because I also play with like a True King engine in a way. But like I said, this is budget, so it's not going to be like diagram or anything. So yeah, and this is only once per turn. It's like a hard once per turn. This guy's 1900 attack, 1900 defense. Next three cards I play: Hazy Flame Hydra. I'm also going to show you guys a combo video at the end, how this deck works and how it relies with its consistency and stuff. How I'll even shuffle it and stuff like that. And then so this one is actually oh, I didn't even know that Sphinx is a beast warrior, and then this one is a dinosaur. Okay, so this guy's effect is your opponent cannot target this card. So all the Hazy Flames, like I said, you can't target them. You cannot special summon monsters except fire monsters. So an XYZ monster that was summoned using this card as an XYZ material gains this effect. When it is XZ summoned, you can target one Hazy Flame monster in your graveyard, attach that target to this card as an XYZ material. So if you had both of these and you were to make Vassal Trice, you can use, and you had like another Hydra and you had a Sphinx, you could put those two together and put them on your Vassal Trice. That's really, I like this card. This one is a 2300 beater, but this one you need a tribute summon. But there, I have special combos that I like to do, and I explain what I'm going to be doing with those combos exactly. Other three cards I play is the one you can actually normal summon without tributing. Hazy Flames Cerberus. This guy has 2000 attack, 200 defense, level 6, 3-headed dog. So I think these are all based off of mythical creatures or something. That's probably where the artwork is coming from, because I know the Sphinx one is an actual Sphinx and Cerberus is an actual Cerberus. And you can't target this one either with card effects, or your opponent, sorry, cannot target this. And when this card is destroyed, it doesn't say by battle or by card effect. It just says when this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can add one hazy card from your deck to your hand. And when you normal summon this guy without tributing, he takes 1000 attack, so it's fine. It's a really good card. You can't, sadly, I don't think you can set it, but it's not bad though. Then this is one of my favorite cards actually. I like to go into is Hazy Flame Puritan. This card is amazing. So what Puritan does, obviously you can't. I'll say you cannot. This card cannot be special summoned by a Hazy Flame. This card cannot be special summoned except by a Hazy Flame monster effect, and your opponent obviously cannot target it. So you can't Monster Reborn it. You can't do nothing with that. But this you can send one fire monster from your hand to the graveyard and send and tribute this card as well. Special summon two Hazy Flame monsters from your deck. You can only use this effect once per turn. Um, this is a really good card because you could just make two Hydras and right there make the Basel Trice, or you can make a Sphinx and a Hydra, in my opinion, and then you would what's it called? Then you would have try to set up Sphinx. So be like, oh, Sphinx, I use my effect, call up let's say monster, then you call it right. It's really good against probably like it'll be really good, but at the same time really bad against a Spiral deck because Spiral they'll look at the top three, and then you could. If you look first or something like that, then you can set it up. But then if they do it bad, then you can really like hurt them in a way. And basically, this is just makes your XYZ play or your fire play. I'll see right now. You guys will see. And then this one is work. This other one, Hazy Flame Griffin. I run two of them. So this one, I don't want to run too much of him because the target, I would only run two instead of three because his effect is, says if your opponent controls a monster and all the monsters in your graveyard or your side of the field are fire, you can special summon this card from your hand. Your opponent cannot target it. This guy has an attack of 200 with a defense of 21. He works almost like, doesn't work like a Cyber Dragon, but your opponent has to have a monster, so that's why I only play two because if I have three of them and I have all three of them in my hand, that's going to be too bricky. I don't want to really see this guy, but at the same time, I do want to see him. Other cards I play two Hazy Flame Manticore. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can send one fire monster from my hand from your hand to your side or face up from your side of the field. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. So basically, it's a really good card. It doesn't your opponent cannot target it either way, and if you do that effect, your opponent cannot destroy it. So you can get around it, and it has a 2,200 beat stick, level 6 as well. So all the Hazy Flames are level 6. So this is a Hazy Flame core. And then I only play one Hazy Flame Hippogriff. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Once per turn, you contribute one other fire monster. This card gains 300 attack. It's not a bad card. This is like just to beat down your opponent. And it has a 2,100 attack as well, level 6. And now, onto the support that I play. I play three Heretic Dragon of Tefnuit. And I play the one whoops, let me put it up here a little bit. And I play the one Typhoon number 2. I actually didn't know I was going to use this one until I figured out this build. So this one is works the same thing as Griffin, but if your opponent controls a monster, you control no monsters, you can special summon this card, but this guy cannot attack. And if you were to tribute summon this card, you would special summon a Typhoon from your hand or from your graveyard. So what do we do here? So your opponent, let's say, controls face down, right? I'll leave this over here. Controls the face down. You control no monsters. Special summon the Tefnuit. And then you still have a normal summoner, am I right? Normal summon, let's go just normal summon that. Hippogriff, because he's a level 6. Tefnuit effect activates. Takes out the, so there was a face down right here. Takes out the Tyhon. Easy XYZ right there. Basel Trice right there. And then I didn't really know about it until one of my friends was just like, "Hey, why don't you play Tefnua? It's a really good card in that deck." And then I tested it out and I enjoyed it. It's just like I said, this is a going second deck. I haven't seen any going first decks. I made this going second deck. And then let's see, what else do we got? More monsters. So I played two True King Agni Mazet, the Vanisher. Now, this is one of the expensive cards to me. It's like maybe $3 each. I personally don't go. I personally, in my opinion, I don't like going over $10 or more on a card. That's one of my pet peeves because I can just build one deck or so. But anyways, if this card is in my hand, I can destroy. So that's remember that word. So you can destroy two other monsters in your hand, and if you do, one of them has to be fire, obviously. And you can special summon this card, and special summon this way, you can banish one card on the field. We don't use the second effect because I barely make get more wire monsters. That is why I said this guy has 29 attack, 1900 defense, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, level 9. And the reason why I said destroy in like almost like capital letters is because I play one Fire King Avatar Garundex. So his effect is, during the next standby phase, if this card was destroyed by a card effect. So that's where this guy comes in. If you have this guy in your hand, and you were to destroy this guy, and Taiho number 2, destroy him, during the standby phase, saying what his effect, you special summon him, and what's it called? He's basically a dark hole. He basically wipes the entire field, your monster's field. And so, like, if you were to summon him like that, and your opponent was like, "Oh, I'm a solemn warning you. Oh, I'm a solemn strike, solemn judgment," is something to negate his effect. Yes, it does negate, but when you destroy the card, he gets that effect. He will come back. So basically, your opponent's gonna have a hard time coming around this. He has to destroy it by battle in order to get around this. You can monster reborn it either way. It's a really good card. I like it. It's a good support, and it's fire as well. Alright, and that was it for the monsters. So for the spells, we play 3 Onslaught of the Fire Kings. The reason why I play this, if your opponent controls a monster, you can control no monsters. You can special summon one Fire Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast monster from your deck, but destroy it during the end phase. So I play 3 of these because I do want to see this often. Because this is one of your plays that you can make a monster out of. So you can either take out a Hazy Flame, but its effects are negated. But if sometimes what I would like to do if my opponent build a board, I would like to make Fire King attack if I can, but if not, end. And when it's on my end phase, he would get destroyed, and then special summon in Dark Hole, wipes your opponent's field. So that's why I like that card. Now the main spell, well actually one of the main spells. Yeah, this is actually the main spell. I play 3 Hazy Pillar. So what this does, you can normal summon 1 Hazy Flame monster for 1 less tribute. So I play 3 of them. And then the other effect is you can target 1 XYZ monster you control, and attach 1 Hazy Flame monster from my hand to my side of the field to that XYZ monster. So I play like I'll show you guys the XYZs and where it comes in handy. And I play 3 of them because then you can just normal summon without tributing or something. This is a good card. I run 3 because maybe your opponent can get rid of it. You might have others. And it's only sadly it's not, yeah, it's only the second effect is only once per turn. Now here are my one-ups. So I play the Monarch Stormforth because I do want a normal summon. And I can use my opponent's monster, and this is a non-targeting card, which is good. I just wouldn't be able to special summon from the extra deck. I play the 1 monster reborn. I play the Dark Hole. I play a Soul Charge. And I know that a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, I only play 1. I only play 1 Called by the Grave because I don't really am that afraid of the hand traps being that reliant. Maybe I might be afraid of an Ash Blossom. Maybe I might be something, but I just wanted to add a Call by the Grave. You guys can switch it up for something else if you guys want. Maybe for a 3rd Griffin if you guys want to. And then the sadly, because we only have it at limited at 1, we play 1 Rekindling because this card is really broken. It's basically a free like a free monster reborn for any target. So special summon from your graveyard as many fire monsters as possible with 200 defense. During the end phase, banish them. But if I'm doing this and I have like almost all Hazy Flames except Hazy Flame Periton because you can't special summon because of Hazy Flame Periton. If I special summon that and I special summon the 5 monsters, like I have those guys, then I can just XYZ right there, and none of my cards will get banished. They'll just stay on the field. It's basically a free, like, Monster Reborn, in a way. Better than a Monster Reborn, actually. But only with monsters with 200 defense. That's the note about it. And then with my traps, so I play the Dark Bribe just in case if I run into a Solemn or something I can run over. And then just in case if my opponent has a back row, I play the Heavy Storm Duster using on my opponent's turn. And if I brick somewhere or if I just want to be a little bit defensive, I play the Mirror Force. Or if my opponent deletes my field, then I play the Drowning because I could just shuffle everything back into the deck. Well, my opponent's out back into a deck. Sorry. Now talking about, we're gonna put these over here, and I'll show you guys a combo at the end. So now we're gonna go into the extra deck. The extra deck. So I play 3 Hazy Flame Trice. This card is amazing. So what Trice does, let me read it because I don't know if I'm off the top of my head. I literally just built the deck like maybe a couple days ago. 2 or more, max at 5, level 6 fire monsters. Once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card to target 1 monster your opponent controls, or in their graveyard, banish that target. This card gains effects based on the number of XYZ materials attached to it. 3 or more, this card gains 200 attack and defense for each XYZ material attached to it. 4 or more, this card cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. 5, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. So, and it's a 2500 beater, but sometimes if you have like all the way up to 5, I've once got them up to like almost like 35, almost 4,000. And my opponent was having a hard time against it. So, and especially because he couldn't destroy it and he couldn't target it by card effects, which is hilarious. And then next, I play with number 39, Utopia Beyond. When this guy is XYZ summoned, all your opponent's monsters attack becomes 0. And so just 2 level 6 monsters. Like I said, everything here is level 6. And then the second effect I don't really use. It's like more of a Utopia thing. And then I run the Photon Strike Bouncer. Level 6 as well, 2 level 6s. Once per turn during either player's turn, when a monster effect is activated, you can negate and your opponent and it doesn't destroy it, but it would inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. So burn is really good. I play Insector Exabeetle. Insector Exabeetle's effect, 2 level 6 monster. When this card is XYZ summoned, you can target 1 monster in either player's graveyard. Equip that target to this card. This card gains attack and defense equal to half the original attack and defense of that equipped monster. Once per turn, you can detach 1 card from 1 material from this card to target 1 face-up monster on each side of the field. Send those targets to the graveyard. Not a bad card. I like that one. And then I play the Constellar Pitomaly M7. Normally M7, sorry. When you can also XYZ summon. We just XYZ summon this guy normally. If once per turn you can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 monster on the field or either player's graveyard. Return that target to the hand. So basically, this is like a sending target. This is return target back to the hand, and then I'll show the other one. And this one I like personally, Fairy Knight Inganar. This guy is 3 level 6 monsters, but his effect is so broken. Once per turn, you can detach 2 materials from this card. Return all other cards on the field to the hand. Your opponent can activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. So this card's really good. I like it because of that effect. Gaia Dragon. You can also XYZ this. It's 2 level 7 monsters, but his effect is you can also XYZ by using rank 6 or rank 5. And this guy does piercing. So he's the 2600 beater. Those are my XYZs. And now the links. I play the Nightmare Cerberus and Nightmare Phoenix, those pesky monsters and those pesky Speller Traps. And then if I co-link them, then I get the draw, and they cannot be popped. And the other link I play is Dueling Chimera because everything is fire. And they'll just increase, and if I'm up against like a paleo deck, then they're gonna are they? Yeah, they're gonna lose just a little bit, just 400. And then I play my last card. I play in the extra deck. You guys can play whatever in your guys' extra deck. Is I play Firefighting Darumadal. Well, Firefighting Darumadal is you just need 2 Beast or Beast Warrior, Winged Beast. Basically, all Hazy Flames are almost all that. This card gains 100 attack for each Beast, Beast Warrior, and Winged Beast monster on the field. Once per turn, you can target 1 spell or trap card on each field, destroy them. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can target 1 of your Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast monster that is banished or in my graveyard, add it to my hand. So it's a 1500 beater, not bad. And not bad at all. Okay, so, alright. I'm going to show you guys a combo real quick, okay? As you can tell, I'm shuffling. So, from the deck up. Alright, so let's say that your opponent is going first, right? Oh, let me move the deck right here. Okay, let's say your opponent is going first, right? They already built a board. They already made a monster lineup. They already have something. Let's just say they have like just a couple monsters on the field. Nah, no biggie. And so they don't know what you're playing. You decide. They tell you you're going second. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So draw your first 5 cards and then draw 1. Alright, not bad of a hand. Really good hand, actually. So you have the True King, you have the Hazy Flame, you have the Typhoon 2, you have the Heretic, you have the Hazy Flame Periton, and you have the Hazy Pillar. Alright. So let's see. Let me move this out of the way. So you can make actually a lot of stuff out of this. Special summon the Heretic Dragon of Tef Nuit. normal summon the Hazy Flame Peryton by tributing. The effect of Heracles Dragon Tefnuit pops off. Take out Taihon number 2. Activate the effect of Hazy Flame Peryton. Send this as well as Manticore. Special summon 2 Hazy Flame monsters from your deck. Doesn't say nothing about similar names. Let's just take out Sphinx. And let's take out Hydra. Shuffle your deck, of course. Cutting it. And then activating the effect of Sphinx. Send the top card of the deck, calling spell. Was right. Oh, was right. Spell. Special summon 1 fire monster. Special summoning Manticore. And then basically your opponent wouldn't have a response. Activate Hazy Pillar, which is fine. Link. Not Link, sorry. XYZ. All these 4 monsters. To make Basiltrice. Response? No, if your opponent doesn't have a response. Because Hydra was in here, you can target 1 Hazy Flame monster in your graveyard, add it to as material. Now you have 5 materials. You have a beat stick on the board first turn. And you can remove a material if you want and banish 1 card your opponent controls. It's not really that bad of a card. Another route you could have taken was you could have made the True King in the beginning and banished 1 of your opponent's monsters, but we don't know if your opponent had a monster that cannot be targeted. But yeah, this deck is actually really fun. I like it personally. Some people don't, but I personally like it. Also, I got like the matching sleeves or something, like an actual Phoenix. So red, yellow, and then the deck. Alright guys, well, thank you for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. Enjoy your guys' New Year's Eve, and we'll see you guys later.